Analog, there you go. The box we're using right now, analog. Any other things we need to know about elapsed time? Do we need to know how to subtract or add?
Yes!
Okay. We need to know how to add and subtract? Anything else? Any other ideas? What do we need to be able to skip count by? Fives. How about if we're just going by minutes? What do we need to be able to do? Ones, which is called what? What do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I doing? Counting. I'm counting. Okay. I think that's everything. Let's turn it around and check. You got another one?
Is there one like that?
Oh yes, half past. And where is it? Where is the minute hand when we're half past?
6.
On the 6. All right. All right, I think we got everything from yesterday. On your clocks, we are showing our hour hand is the what color hand?
Red.
Red. Our minute hand is the? Okay. Take your clocks and show me 2:15.
Not everybody has Wait. No,
Wait, turn it so I can see for sure. Not quite. Okay, most of you have it. Your hour hand is on the 2. Minute hand on the 3. Somebody tell me, raise your hand, what this is also called. If it's 2:15, what else would we call this? 2:15.
Quarter 2?
Okay, that's close. It's a quarter. You know that's our first quarter, but we're going to call it what? A quarter after, because it's 2 and we're going 1 quarter after. Let's skip count to figure out what our times are. The 1. What time is it at 1? 5. Start with 5.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55,
Let me go this way. 64? Okay. Okay, put your clocks just off to the side for now. What we're going to do is learn 3 different ways to figure out our elapsed time. So you each have a sheet of paper on your desk that I want you to fold into fourths. So our quarters for our clock. Okay, we should be ready to go with quarters in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What? Yes.
Like each even number is actually even, right?
Okay, Angel, did you hear that? Can we say it again, Mom? Because that's kind of important.
Like on the even numbers, like the times even. For example, on the 12, that's even. Then on the odd numbers, it's odd.
Okay, and on the odd numbers, it's odd. So all of your 1, your 3, your 5, your 7, all of your counting by skip counting, that's all odd numbers. Versus if you're on your 10, it's going to be even numbers. So that is a pattern that we're seeing on our clock.
Just because I group draws on the yellow paper.
Okay, just do the back side then. Do the back side. Yes, that's fine. Okay, your starting time that we're going to use for all 3 different ways is 3:05. So I want you to write 3:05. And let me get you to come back to your seat and start with 3:05. Just put that in your first square. 3:05. That works. That works. Yes. At this point, since we're just figuring out time, it doesn't matter, so you can do either one. Let's just so that we have it down, let's put 3:05 p.m. 3:05 p.m. since most of us are sleeping at 3:05 a.m. Okay, end time, I want you to write 4:10 p.m. 4:10 p.m. Okay, the first thing we're going to do in order to figure out is a timeline. So in your first square, I want you to write timeline. And then go ahead and draw a timeline. just write 4:10 and go ahead and get to your timeline. Okay, most of you have this down. So where are we gonna put at the beginning of our timeline? What are we gonna put at the beginning?
3:05.
3:05. So that's our start time. We're gonna go ahead and write that in, 3:05. And what did we show on the bars yesterday to show our 5-minute increments? Anybody remember what we showed? What? Because we didn't see dots like we see on here, and we didn't put numbers on the timeline. What do we have on a timeline that we did our?
Lines.
Yeah, we just did lines. That's it, just lines. So if we go ahead and do lines here,
Yes. Oh.
okay? And then inside each line, anybody remember how many we had inside each line?
4.
We were counting by, the long lines were counting by 5, so we have 4 inside, just like on a clock. Okay, if I jump ahead an entire hour, we are going to change the red hand or the blue hand. Red hand or the blue hand?
Red hand.
Red hand. So if I'm just changing the red hand, we're just changing our hours if we're looking at a digital clock. We're just changing our hours, not our minutes. So just our hour hand is going to change. So if my hour hand is at 3:05, where do I need to go to change just 1 hour? Kyle, 1 hour. From 3:05, you're just adding 1 hour. You're not changing your minutes, just your hour. Then you're changing your minutes, you're changing your hour. On your digital hand, that's your hour. There you go. 4:00, your minutes are going to stay the same. So where do we start? 3:00 or 4:05. Okay? So we're going to jump ahead already 1 hour. That makes it 4:05. Is that past time? Is that after or before?
Before.
It's before, so we can still keep going, right?
Yes.
If I jump a whole nother hour, Julie, what do I get? I'm now at 4:05 p.m. I jump ahead a whole nother hour. What do we have?
5:05.
5:05. Is that after or before our time? After. So we can't jump a whole nother hour now. We're going to say this is our 4:05. Now we're going to jump ahead 5 minutes. How can we jump ahead 5 minutes on a number line?
By the big line.
By the big lines. Our big lines are counting by 5s. Our small lines are 1s. So we know 4:05 to 4:10. What time do we need? What's our end time?
1.
What's our end time? 4:10. So are we at 4:10, jumping 1:5?
Yes.
Yeah, we're already there. So this is where we need to be, 4:10. Okay? So now we need to figure out how much time went by. How many hours did we have to jump?
1.
Okay, label that 1 hour. How many minutes did we have to jump?
5.
So how much is our elapsed time?
1 hour.
1 hour and 5 minutes. Okay, everybody has their analog clock. You're going to draw your clock on your bottom left corner. This is your second way in order to figure out this time. Remember what I said, it's easiest to put your 12 and your 6, your 3 and your 9, and then fill in 2 digits in between each. Just write the clock here and we can worry about the analog later. Good job. Go ahead and number, put the digits on. Good job. Put the digits. 12 and 6 are the easiest to go first. Clock. Let's go. Okay, just like on the video we watched earlier, let's go ahead and put our starting time. So where is my hour hand going to point to? My hour hand. At the 3. Is that the short hand or the long hand? Short hand. So we're just going to make a short hand pointing at our 3. Where's my long hand going to go, and what is my long hand called?